All right, this is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com powered by Runner's Alley. This week's broadcast is brought to you by Demerit Hill Farms in Haunted Overload. I'm Luke Kasich, a senior from Co-Brown, and this weekend I'm looking forward to seeing the matchup between Patrick Gandini and Landon Valancourt. Very anticipated matchup. It'll be pretty cool to see the outcome.
I'm Morgan Orcutt, and I'm a senior from Concord, and I'm most looking forward to seeing the Division I girls race and see who takes the team title and who takes the individual title.
I'm Landon Valancourt. I'm a senior at Messinic Regional. I'm most excited to see who is crowned the individual champion on both the boys and the girls side in Division II.
I'm Addison Cox. I'm a senior from Co-Brown, and I'm most excited to just have the meet in general because we're very lucky. Not a lot of states are having state championships, so I'm very excited to be able to race.
My name's Rohan Rai. I'm a senior at Wyndham. I'm really looking forward to seeing the merge of results after all the races go. I'm really excited to see who runs the fastest time, both on the girls and the boys side. Should be really, really exciting.
Yeah. All right, so this week there is no rankings. It's not going to be the typical live stream. We're doing our own version of the preview that came out by New Hampshire Cross Country. What we're going to talk about is how divisions is going to look this weekend.
So to start that off, one of the most important things is that there's no spectators, and that's really strongly enforced because if spectators do come, then they can jeopardize the meet to continue on and for MOCs to take place. So really, please stay home. The live stream is going to be great. I know from my aspect, I won't be able to see my team race, and so really just everyone should stay home. That's what's important.
Yeah, another difference with this year is that there's going to be wave starts. So for Division I and Division II, it's going to look like the first wave consists of the two best runners on each team. The second wave is the third and fourth best runners. The third wave is the fourth and fifth best runners, and then fifth and sixth, and then the last wave is just the seventh runner. And then for Division III, it's going to be 7 separate waves consisting of one runner from each team in each wave.
Yeah, and then in addition to the waves, less teams and less individuals are going to be able to qualify for MOCs, just again to reduce numbers and therefore lessen the risk. So 4 Division III teams are going to qualify, 5 D2 teams, and 6 Division I teams are going to qualify. And then for individuals, the top 5 individuals from a not qualifying team are going to be the ones that get to go to MOCs, which is similar to NXR and Nike. So, yeah.
Come states, there's going to be no awards ceremony, so your coaches will go up and get your individual awards. There's going to be awards given out to the top 25, the medals as usual, and plaques to the state championship, and I believe the runners up.
Yeah. So one of the most exciting things about being at a state championship is the merch that comes with it, going up to the top of the hill, seeing all the cool choices. And sadly, this year, there isn't going to be that trailer with all the shirts and stuff. But don't get too sad because it's going to be online. You can get anything you want. There's shirts, there's pants, sweatshirts, pretty much anything that there would be typically there. So check that out. It's on the hub. You can find it there. It's in green writing.
Also, so for various reasons, there's a few schools that will not be participating in states. And so for Division I, that's Pinkerton, Keene, and Spalding. And then for Division III, that's Interlakes. But just our hearts all go out to them because it's unfortunate they can't be racing in states. But with the circumstance, it makes total sense.
Yeah, and even though we do have all these protocols set in place for the safety of the runners and the coaches, we have to remember that we're really fortunate as a state to be first of all, racing, and very, very, very fortunate to have a state championship. A lot of other states are not even having a season, so we're really lucky that a race is even being held.
Laggy Luke. Can anybody hear him?
No.
No.
Okay, so I think what he's trying to say is to go to the D1 girls.
Addison, you want to start that off?
Hello?
Yeah, I'll just start off. So, we're looking at the Division 1 girls. Team-wise, obviously Concord and Exeter are the front runners coming in. In my opinion, Concord's the favorite, just because they've been ranked consistently at number 2 the entire season. They've looked really good. I haven't seen Exeter race, but I've seen their results. They're obviously looking really strong, and they've always been a strong team, especially come postseason. And then I just think that with Concord's top 2 of Kennedy and Sophie Hopkins, I think that top 2 is pretty strong because they're one of the 2 best individuals in the Division 1. So I think that top 2 is going to carry them to the win, but I think Exeter could definitely fight them for it.
So with that being said, the Division 1 race, the individual favorites is really, there's no one clear front runner this year, which is different from most years. So Carly Rinko, Catherine Kennedy, Mary Kate Finn, Fiona Doherty, and Don Giofracchio all have a very great chance of winning. Personally, I may have a biased opinion, and I'm going to go for Catherine Kennedy just because I've seen her practicing and she's put in a lot of work. So yeah, but I'm so excited to see how that one goes too.
Yeah, so then looking at other teams to look at, like teams that could be a surprise, BG would be a really great team to look out for, just because in the past they've always had really strong showing come postseason. They have a really great 1 and 2 of Mary Kate Finn and Fiona Doherty. So and they have a great top 5 too. So I think that it'll be interesting to see how high up they can place.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, especially from like racing BG in the past. It always seems like they can pull something out comes like states and MOCs. So definitely have to continue looking out for them as well.
All right, so I don't know if you can hear me because I had a bit of technical difficulty. But now we're gonna be moving on to the Division 1 boys. Can everyone hear me all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're starting off with Concord. Will they be challenged at all? And Londonderry, will they have a chance to?
All right, so looking at Concord, and Concord seems to be the favorite going into the race. They've been running strong all season, just running like little behind Co Brown, which is really, really impressive. But I do think that Londonderry has a shot to take the throne from them. They've been looking also very good all season, led by Ryan Young and Matt Griffin. I raced them earlier this season, but Matt was not running, but he'll be back for stage, which is good. Ryan looked really strong. They have a really good 3 to 5 guys. So as long as they can close the gap, I think that the Concord Londonderry matchup will be really, really good.
All right, some other contenders that would be there, but unfortunately for some circumstances they will not, are Pinkerton and Keene, which is very unfortunate because not only do they have very good teams, but they have some individuals that could be going for the state title. I believe the 2 individuals at the top of their team are both juniors, which is good. So it's definitely going to fuel the fire for states next year. Torin Kindop, I raced him earlier. Personally, it's going to be one less headache for me at Meet of Champions, but it really sucks. Like, I feel really bad for him because he's definitely a contender to be way up there. And my hearts go out to them.
Yep. All right. So now that we're on with the Division 1 boys, let's move on to the Division 2 girls.
So I think one of the big questions is, can anyone break up Co Brown's pack? Personally, I don't think so, especially having raced them before. They have a super strong pack, especially led with Addison and Mallory and Sheldon and all of them. So I think that it's going to be really hard to break that pack, and I think something would have to go significantly wrong for that to happen.
Thank you.
Oh, and with going off of that, another big question and like excitement for the D2 is who's going to take the individual state title in between Chloe Trudell and Addison. And I know they raced a couple weeks ago, and it seemed like it was a really great race. And in the end, Addison did take away the win. So I think that's gonna be really exciting because they're both super strong runners, not just for Division 2, but for the state as a whole. So I'm very excited to see how that one plays out as well.
Thanks. Looking at like other teams, big question obviously is this Sauhegan. That they're like the second ranked D2 team behind us, so it'll be really exciting. We just raced them. They have a really strong number 2 behind Chloe, and obviously Chloe's super strong. So their top 2 is looking really good, as well as their 3, 4, 5. So it'll be really interesting to see them race us again. And then also with that is everyone's kind of wondering how good it really is Hanover. Their schedule has been strictly regional, so they haven't raced a lot of like different teams, so it's kind of hard to gauge like just how fast they are. So it'll be interesting to see how they shape up against the rest of the division. And then also Kearsarge, it's their first time racing at D2, and they've obviously been one of the best teams in D3 for the past few years, so it'll be interesting to see how they shape up in this new division of theirs. So.
All right, so after the Division 2 girls is the Division 2 boys. Let's see who wants to talk about Co-Brown.
I got it. So how really good are the Co-Brown gummy bears? Well, they're pretty solid. I don't know if they will be beat. I don't know. Like, it's going to take a lot to dethrone them. But Wyndham with Rohan and Trey are going to be looking at it. The problem with being the number 1 ranked team is that you have a target on your back, and having a target on your back doesn't make it necessarily easy. Everybody out there wants to beat you. So it's up to Co-Brown to defend it, and Wyndham's going to be fighting for their first plaque. I believe in Wyndham. They can do it.
Thank you.
I want to see some upsets, except in D3.
But Mile Split just put out their new Flow 50 list, and we're ranked number 22 in the nation.
Wyndham's number 21.
That's facts. Yep. 21.
All right. We'll see how that plays out. Anyway, Hanover was picked by the New Hampshire cross country staff in the pre-division ranking. They were ranked ahead of Oyster River and Sanborn. I'm not sure how that will play out because Oyster River, as we all know, always comes up strong in the playoff portion of the season or championship. And so it'll be really exciting to see how those 3 teams come in. Maybe one of them could give a challenge to Co-Brown. Who knows?
Yeah. Looking on the more individual side, I think that there's a lot of people that could win the Division 2 boys title. One of the couple of the big names going into it is the 2019 defending champ Luke Kasich, and then a couple other guys definitely looking to win it are Aiden Cox, who's Luke's teammate, and Andy O'Brien from Oyster River.
Yeah, and Rohan doesn't want to talk about himself, and obviously he's one of the top returners. He's 3rd returner for Division 2, cannot be counted out. He'll be followed closely by Jared Khalil and Caleb Korthals. So it'll be crazy individual race to see how it shapes out.
Let's go, Rohan.
Yeah. So anyway, after Division 2 boys is going to be the Division 3 girls. So I'll kick it off to you guys.
So one of the questions with Division 3 girls is who's going to win the team title, and it seems like it's really looking at Hopkinton and Campbell. Personally, I would say that I think Hopkinton would take it over Campbell because Hopkinton has really good state championship experience in the past. They've won it before multiple times, so I think that could be really good. They also have a really strong pack, and they as of right now, it seems like they're missing one runner, Hannah Bennett, but if she can get back in for states, then that would definitely help them out significantly. So that'll be a good race to watch as well.
And then looking at other teams that could qualify, obviously Campbell's really strong. They're always a really strong team in D3, but then also PCA, they were really one of the strongest top 2 for Division 3, obviously, Liza Corso and Brianna Malone. I think they'll probably go 1-2. So that's a pretty tough thing to beat, is going 1-2 at a state championship. It's pretty hard to not do well as a team after doing that. So I think that they'll definitely qualify for MOCs as well.
All right, so moving on to the Division III boys, there's going to be a great team matchup with Monadnock, Messinic, and Cones. Rohan, you want to start us off by talking about Monadnock?
Sure. Yeah, so Monadnock, led by Tyler Hebert, they're looking really, really strong. Similar to what Luke was saying, the Division III boys title is kind of a mystery right now. Any of these three teams, Monadnock, Messinic, or Conant, can take it. So I think that's going to be one race to definitely look out for team-wise. I have high expectations, and I do think that Tyler is going to meet those expectations and bring home the victory. So let's go Monadnock.
Yeah. So led by Landon Valancourt is Messinic, who obviously is one of the best Division III teams to ever exist. They've won 9 out of the last 10 Division III titles. But it's up for grabs between Monadnock and Conant along with them. So that's going to be a really exciting race to watch. It's probably going to be decided within 10 points, I'm guessing.
Yeah. And to speak about Conant, they're not in the rankings, but I definitely think that they deserve the spot over Messinic in the rankings. It's been crazy in Division III. We've only been racing Monadnock and Conant the whole season. Conant has a really low stick with Ethan Vitello when he's not playing soccer, and they're at full strength. They are very solid. They're a force to be reckoned with. I'm pretty sure in the first race, Monadnock beat Conant, and then Conant beat Monadnock. Monadnock beat Messinic. Messinic beats nobody. So I don't know how we're in the rankings, but it's really up for anybody. Messinic's going to really be trying to come out there and prove, go 4 straight. That's our goal. And I don't know. It could just go any way. It's all up for grabs at this point.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyone else got anything else to say about this race before we go into individuals?
Nope.
All right. So basically, we've got an individual matchup coming with the sophomore being Patrick Gandini and the senior being Landon Valancourt. Likewise, to what Landon Valancourt had with Jeff Allen when he was a sophomore. I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing. I remember seeing Landon chase him around the course there. So it's going to be a crazy, crazy thing to see on the live stream. So Landon, you said something about having nightmares about it. Is that still going on?
A couple of weeks ago, I would fall asleep and I'd see Gandini's face just crossing the finish line right before me. Oh my gosh. But it really got to me. So I had to reach out to my buddy, Jeff Allen, who I raced against in basically the same position that he's in right now. And he really brought my confidence up. He's told me he wasn't nervous to race me at all. You just got to go out and run your own race. Obviously, I almost upset him, but my coach actually threw the race for me because he told Jeff that Campbell was winning and he outsprinted me at the finish line. We might see something like that come Saturday. I don't know. But as of now, I'm resting easy and I'm a lot more confident. I'm going to go out there and run my best race.
Yeah, that's all you can do. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. The live stream for the division championships will be on the division's Meet Hub. That live stream could not be possible without Tim's Truck Capital, who has supported New Hampshire Cross Country by making them able to buy the live stream equipment. And as always, Runner's Alley is a great supporter of New Hampshire Cross Country. And on another note, spectators, please stay home and just watch the live stream. It'll be honestly a better view for you. You'll be able to see more points than you would if you were at the race because there's going to be multiple people filming. This is New Hampshire by Runner's Alley. This week's broadcast is brought by Demerit Hill Farms and Haunted Overload. So thank you guys.
Peace.